Hello and welcome. This is Formula One World F1 2021 on PC. This is the sixth round of the championship. My name is Rodrigo and I welcome you all. As it stands, the championship is being led by Siberianti on the Ferrari. They're still in pits. Sines has the second place, trailing by 10 points. Following up is Yuji. I think I can. Alfa Romeo. He's not on the race today, it seems. And followed by Gaming Fizz and Warrior. Andy on the Alpha Tauri. We have already the first times being set, and provisional poll is for Lucas. And we can see now Kay finishing his lap will get a third place with that time, just 3/10 off. Then it will be the time for no, he's speeding. Yeah, he's speeding. We have Sines who's speeding as well. Shactus will finish. No, it's Anti who will finish his lap. It's an out lap. He will start his lap. Let's ride along. Brakes on the 50 meters mark. It's the fastest per sector. We have Fizz. No, it's Oakley finishing his lap. Let's see his time. He's half a second up, and it's good enough for second place. We'll see what Split has anti in this lap in this second sector. It will be uh, 53.1. It's not looking good in this run. They will get their first time in the board, and it will be. It's not. No, it's an outlap. We have probably was run wide on a corner. Oof. What happened? What has happened with K? He's letting Cactus by. Cactus in a flying lap. We'll see what. No, it's an outlap as well. Anyone, nobody's setting times at this time. Let's see. Lucas going to pit. We will follow Warrior. No, he's slowing down. Kenneth isn't in a fast lap. Miss a little bit of the apex there, and is enough for fifth place. Lost the rear, but it doesn't matter. We'll see how this affects Warriors. No, it's not Warriors. Lucas. Yeah, Lucas time. He was in an outlap. Siberian Anti. No, Cactus. Cactus, who hasn't set a time. It will be a fastest lap. Cactus in provisional pole. Coming up, coming up next, it should be Lucas, I think. No, it's Warrior. Yeah, Warrior had a best second sector, and looks like it will be a very good time. It is. It's fastest lap. Coming up next goes Gaming Fist and goes too wide on Junkao, that final corner before subir los boxes, and goes in. It was a very good lap. Boxdano comes in a flying, no, in a outlap. Kenneth goes in. Lucas starts a fast lap. Let's ride along. Avendiers just in time. Goes for the braking zone in downhill. 50-meter board. Just in the apex. This fast sweeper to apex and racking time. It's doing a really good job this lap. Now comes Dico Dapato, a little wide. He stays out of the curbs, and Junkao just in the apex, a wide exit, carries speed. He had the best second sector, so this is a threatening lap. Will he take pole? Goes wide. No, it's not good enough. We'll see. I think Kai is in an outlap. In front we have Cactus. Is it? No, it's Anti. Anti in an outlap. Behind there's Monjano. No, it's not. It's Lucas. Behind we have Lucas. He sticks quite closer to the curve and takes a wide line on the Codapato. Tries to straighten out on the exit. Takes a little bit of curve inside and outside. Junsao, it's not a really good lap. I think he will try on the next one. Let's see. Yeah, he goes in. Behind we have Kenneth. He's also in an outlap. And Warrior in an outlap. Lucas in pits. Also his teammate Bostano. Let's see, we have Kai. He's still doing fastest laps. Every time I look at him, he's doing a fast lap. Maybe he went with a lot of fuel. I would love to see that. But he had a best second sector. Let's see if he can take the pole. It's a really good time, but not good enough. He misses pole by 9/100ths of a second. Behind him comes his teammate starting a fastest lap. a hot lap. Let's see how it goes. On S de Sena, takes a very narrow line, almost loses the back end. Curva do Sol doesn't take a wide exit, tries to keep momentum for the braking on downhill. Apex goes wide, probably too wide. I don't know if it will count the lap. We have this double apex. Brake just in time. Warrior goes with a fastest lap. Nicola Pato, a very wide line. Will he take a curve? No, he takes a wide entry here as well. Just in the apex for Yunsao, and a good run for the final two semi-turns. I don't think they can count as turns at all. And the time will be 8.827. It's not good enough to improve, and he stays on 6th. Behind, I think Kenneth is finishing his lap. He does, but is improves, but he stays on 9th. Behind is Lucas on an outlap. No, is his team. Who's this? Warrior? Yeah, Warrior is going in. Behind Cactus. Again, best second sector. I think there is a lot of improvement, the room for improvement in that second sector, and Cactus takes the pole with how many minutes to go? I think Anti is going a little slow, so it's creeping. It's creeping yellow, and I was with Cactus. I think there's a lot of improvement for this technical sector. Every time, everyone must be tidying up their lines. We have, I think, 3 minutes. Yeah, almost 3 minutes on the clock. So it will give us time for 2 or 3 tries for each driver again. And I think everyone is getting ready for that because we have in pits Warrior just going out. Oakley is still inside. Cactus is coming in, preparing for the next run. Lucas, I think, will start his flying lap. Or no, this is a time lap, and he improved the. He has the best third sector, but it's not enough for second. He stays third. We have on track Kenneth as well. I think he's preparing for this lap. Or is he coming in? I think he's coming in. We'll see who else. We have Lucas behind him and Warrior. Warrior now preparing for his last or second to last attempt. White line, maximize the speed into the first corner. Esa decena. Sideline in the first one just to have a good entry on Curva do Sol. I think he lost too much. He didn't use enough exit, so that probably hurt his top speed on that straight. We can see in the horizon Anti, who's in his outlap. He goes a little too wide, I think, there. He's not using all the track, and he aborts his lap. Behind him, there is Cactus on an outlap, and behind Lucas is Oof. Is Oakley in his outlap? Yes. He's in an outlap. Behind him we have no, we have Lucas behind him. Yes, with Sines. Sines on an outlap as well. This will be the final attempt. Yeah, I don't think he will be able to do another pass through the line. Sines maybe can? Yeah, almost. Just in time to clock his final lap. So we'll see how he does on the first. I, I think I think he will not improve much time with that line through the run down to downhill. We'll see Shactus is anti is about to clock his time, and it will be good enough for sixth. Behind we have Warrior, who doesn't improve and takes the flag. Then comes Cactus, our current pole sitter. Can he improve? Will it be enough to keep his pole? He improves, and now he's in provisional pole unless Sines does something, but it doesn't seem like so. The starting order will be Cactus and Warrior on the first row. Let's see. Then it will be Lucas and Kai on the second. Sines and Siberiante in the third row. Give me please Boctano on the fourth. And there is our final results. Kenneth and I don't know how to pronounce this. I won't even try. On the 10th row. We will have only 10 racers on this race. Shaptus will look and try to improve his standing. He's currently 10, 11th on the championship. Maybe he can on this race catch up with Kuzma and Elastic Shrimp ahead in the standings, 9 points ahead, and there's a bunch between the 7th and the 10th with Lucas with 27, Roylo with 28, and both Guzman and Shrimp with 24 points. What? Mm, this is up. Just before the race, I would like to apologize for my English. It's a little bit rusty. So, but we'll improve in time. Just give me time. And I don't know what just happened with the streaming because I got into the race. I will try to exit, but not sure how, and I will lose the formation lap. I need to call IT, I think. Anyone has any clue? I will try to not fuck this up. Yeah. Now, yes. Sorry for the inconvenience, but we will be ready for race start. Cines has a lot of ground to gain if they want to pick up the points between him and Siberian Anti, who's leading the championship. Uh, oh, disqualified. Something happened here. Hopefully, they will be able to fix it. In the meantime, we have Cactus, Warrior, Lucas, and Anti lining up on the grid. All like the ring lights turns on, turns off, and the race is on. We have in the we have this is Cactus defending quite well. Lucas tries for the outside. Siverianti Warrior goes out of the track. How can rejoin? He rejoins. Oh, big grudge between Anti, I think, and Lucas. It seems like probably it will be a safety car. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Virtual safety car. And Cactus and Kai had won a lot of position. This was terrible for the guys involved. Siberia, Kenneth and Lucas, I think they are. Lucas has retired, I think. I don't know why I'm racing, but we'll find out. Behind we have Gaming Fizz and Volcano. The order stands as Cactus, Ines, Kai, Gaming Fizz, Volcano, Joji, I don't know how to pronounce it, Parkins, Warrior, Siberianti, and Kenneth. When we will go green, we will see a huge fight for the third, fourth, and fifth, I think. They are all pretty bunched together. Behind we have Parkins and Joji in close together. But the field was quite spread out because of that incident, and we go green. We'll ride with Volcano. He will try to pass these two Aston Martin. Aston Martin that is fifth on the constructors championship, and we'll see how Kai gets even closer to Sines. He will try it on Dico de Pato, no. He will try on Junsao, still setting up. Behind we have quite behind we have Kenneth, Warrior, and Siverianti fighting for ninth. We'll see Volcano is losing a little bit of touch with the guys in front. So currently we have, oh no, Kai has just spun. He lost the front wing. He will be losing quite a lot of time on this 50% race. So in front is Cactus, uh, building quite a gap, already out of the DRS range for Cines, who has Gaming Fist behind. And Volcano, he will try to keep up with the pace. Yuji, and we have Kenneth on pit. He puts on medium tires. He's checking a log. lot of time for the front wing and goes out in last place. He will be almost be lapped by Cactus, who's right now uh, crossing the first turn. We'll see. He will appear just in front. Oop. Uh, Packins just got a penalty. We'll see 3 seconds, I think. So that allows Warrior to put pressure. We'll see how this ends. Warrior will try for the inside on turn one. No, he was he wasn't left any space by Parkins, and his plan he will be overtook by Siberianti. I don't think so. He gets it going again after this. I think will be a controversial incident. We have Shactus fighting. No, he's not fighting. He has Kenneth just blue flag and marks a best lap of the season. Sines has gotten 2.6 seconds behind out of the arrest range and will be sieged by Gaming Fist, who's getting closer. He's already at 1.2 seconds and probably will close by the next DR zone on the finish straight. Bolgiano he has kept up, still out of the arrest range. He has 2 seconds behind and closing. Joji is in no one's land. He has 10 seconds gap in front and behind. It will be 15 seconds back to Parkins, who has a penalty. We'll see 3 seconds, I think. Yeah, 3 second penalty, but in front of Warrior, who is closing the gap after being spun on that turn one incident. Siberia Anti is trying to get chasing him, but still the gap are quite wide. And we go for the first three, who's the closer together. Warrior has, I think, no, Kenneth has stayed in range with Shactus and will probably use that DRS. However, he might get a penalty because the system my flag is blocking Cines. Oh, there we are. Where was I? Gaming Fist is not quite close this time around. We'll see. We have someone in the pits. It is Warrior. Yeah, Warrior went for a stop and put on hard tires. Uh, so we had another penalty for Packins, I think. Oh no! They crashed. Who crashed? It was Packins with Red Bull, I think. No, Sines. Yeah, this is terrible for the race. They were keeping up, and probably what I said, Kenneth was. They probably collide together. I would love to see the replay on that. Oh, so, but Sines has lost position but still in range. He's in DRS range, so probably we will see an assault. And Oakley is out of the race. He will score nil. He was um, he was already the uh, 15th position on the championship. So this is not helping him at all. And Sines will try. They both go to pit. Probably both were affected by the collision. So this leaves Cactus with a huge gap. He has someone behind, probably Warrior. Yeah, he tries to unlock himself. We have a safety car. I didn't realize. So this is terrible for Cactus. When he pits, he probably will lose. He has time to pit. If Gaming Face doesn't get too close, he's still just about the gap. If he can, no, he's getting closer. So probably Cactus will lose the position. A terrible strategic blunder if he didn't pit. We'll see if Warrior and Kenneth can unlock themselves. And currently, only Cactus is the only one that hasn't pit. So everyone has their mandatory pit stops ready, and the pack is punching up as we can see. We don't know the if if Warrior and Kenneth will be able to unlock themselves. I think Volcano has a 5-second penalty because a collision with Kenneth. He's in third place and who's pitting right now. Cactus didn't pit. So he will try to extend the life of these soft tires as long as he can. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what business do I have racing right there, but probably will be ignored in the final standings. Hopefully, I don't cause any damage. And in the race out of the pit lane, we have Siverianti and Bolgiano. Siverianti keeps the position, cross the DRS line, no, the safety car line 2 before. So Bolgiano will exit on X place, last in the train, but ahead with one lap of Warrior and Kenneth. Still, we have only Yuji running till the end of the race, probably with those hard tires. Same gamble as Anti. He changed tires on the third lap after that collision, I think. And Warrior, after, well, I think he has been involved in two situations. The main one is that crash on the first turn with Cines, I think. Oof, a little touch there. Oh, and Shaktus got a penalty with that. That's so unfair. But away they go. Uh, Warrior will leave space for everyone to pass him as he's lapped. And Gaming Fist already mounts an assault for the first place. We'll see who will take the inside on downhill. And he takes the place. We are on board Cines, who was running second, and after that crash, took the chance to change tires and has fresher tires than Cactus to threaten for that second place. Behind, we have a bunch between myself that I don't have no business in and Siverianti. And In through goes Warrior, who slapped and is trying to make up some ground. Shactus doesn't set an attack on the first turn, nor does Sinus. And the gaps are, he will try, will he? No, he plays conservative. We have still 25 laps to go, so everything can happen on this time. The three in front and the closest ones behind, we have Yuji with a 5 second gap to this in front, and behind him, 26 seconds behind, goes Parkins, who's in a quite close fight with Siberianti. We can see now. The guys in the first three positions are still quite separated. I think they have been a move for this. No, Parkins is still behind, so everything stays the same this lap. But Siberianti had a quite rough exit of the Cotapato, compromises his acceleration into Juncao, but doesn't enter in a danger zone of being overtaken by Watkins. I think Chactus is getting closer to Gaming Fizz. Can he retake the lead? He has tires 8 laps older than Gaming Fizz in front. And Sines knows that, so he keeps the pressure on. Will Chactus make a mistake? Maybe Sines will make a mistake. And we have a yellow on the second sector. Probably Warrior, I think, is out. I can't focus it, but we can see this after a turn on the right hand side. Yeah, Warrior seems out of the race. Officially retired, as well as Volcano, Oakley, and Lucas. Chactus sets a new fastest lap on the chase and is trying to overtake. Yeah, and he gets back to place. Chactus on the lead of this race. Gaming Fizz will not allow that to go so easily. He tries to counterattack, but is not successful. Between these two, Shactus add will add 25 points to his 15. That will make up a total of 40. And Gaming Fizz, who has 38 points right now, will add up to, if my maths help me, will be 54. So still Chactus on the lead of the race, but not in the lead of the championship. There is not they don't try race control, multiple warners, probably track limits. We'll see how this has effect. We have Chactus with a bigger penalty than Gaming Fizz, so theoretically, in theory, uh, more penalty for Chactus. This makes him 5 seconds. He's virtually 4.5 seconds behind Gaming Fizz in the final standings. So he's losing the race actually. If he can make a gap of 5 seconds or more between Gaming Fizz, he will be not only second, maybe third, but Siberianti can be less and got also a 3 second penalty. With penalties racking up, we will have to take out the calculator and see how this race will end. And Chactus makes his two pit stop. He's serving his penalty. He changes for medium tires, so probably will go till the end of the race and will go out on third position. Behind we have his teammate Siverianti trailing Kenneth, who's lapped, and I think they are having quite fun racing each other, even if it's not for real position. And behind, in front, ooh, ignoring blue. I saw I saw that would happen. Kenneth has a 5 second penalty because he's ignoring blue flags, but he's joined himself probably. Behind, Sines is already out of the Earth's range of gaming fees, but he's virtually first because his gap is less than the penalty gaming fees has to the time penalty he has, and time will be added to the end of his race time. So these are the standings. These two have already made their stops. Yeah, yeah. Warrior is saying that he couldn't overtake the safety car. He wasn't allowed, and we have something. Kenneth with Siberianti. This is terrible. It's fire racing. If okay, if he was allowed to race accepting the penalties, I think, but this brings up the safety car and this only benefits Cactus. He will be on the fight for the win again. Even being 24 seconds behind, now that gap is closing, they will be all bunched up behind the safety car, and we will have a race on our hands. In first place, we have Sines, who will have whose the safety can is waiting for at the end of this straight. And as I was saying, Kenneth and Siberian, I would love to see that replay, but it's fun to race even though you are not actually fighting for position, even though you accept you have penalties and will keep racking up as you race because ignoring blue flags is a offense on the International Sporting Code rulebook, but but when it affects another racer, in this case Siberia, who has lost fifth position with a wide margin. I think he was 5 seconds in front of Parkins, and is now in fifth, and he will lose more positions because of the consequences of that incident. So currently seventh. We will see who crosses the line first. Yeah, seventh, because Joji crossed the safety car 2 line first. So that's if I wasn't, I would be quite mad. But we'll see how it turns out. We still have 20, 19, yeah, 19 laps, 18 laps to go. And as we have seen, how many changes of the lead we have had, anything can happen. Right now, Sines has all the cards, has no penalties, while Gaming Fizz and Cactus, both who are fighting for that on track position, have both 3 second penalties. So Sines can allow to be passed as long as he sticks inside 3 seconds of the car in the lead. Behind the situation it's worse for Parkins, who has 15 seconds penalty. So, ooh, and goes a little wide. Uh, I think the safety car should be coming in at the end of this lap. We'll see when it turns off the lights. And myself, for no apparent reason, I'm in fifth place. Joji is going sixth, and Antti is the last of the drivers still on the race. We have lost. Uh, we we see on chat probably there's still quite a controversy. I'm sure the stewards will have a long way before the final results of this race are published. Not because all the incidents that we have had, but also the fact that I'm racing and I should be racing, and I'm fifth. Kenneth was out of the race after this incident. After being lapped with Siberian Antti, he was running 10th, and Antti was 4th, if I'm not wrong. Warrior was the big loser of the first safety car as he wasn't allowed to overtake it and finally lost a lap, and also was involved on a turn 1 incident with, I don't remember. Volgiano, okay, and Lucas all have had problems along this race, and we'll have lots of things to discuss after the end of this. The skies have closed, so we'll see if we have any rain. I haven't checked the weather. We'll see if you give me a minute. Weather forecast. We have no information on the weather. Safety car should be ending this lap, I think. Yeah, we will have in few seconds. We will have again a race, and I'm interested on why Shactus has fourth place now. What happened here? This will be interesting. We see how everyone is punching up. Now it's all in Sine's hands. How will he keep the first place? He goes now. Gaming Fist tries to position himself but doesn't try. Shactus goes for third place through the inside of the first Senaises and gets it. Siberian Anti has overtook some people. Oh, there's a Packins just lost his front wing. The Haas will be limping back to the pits and losing all positions. And I fucked up. No, this is so unfair with Siberia. First, Kenneth. Now, Robot Me. Probably will be a safety car because he's stuck just in the run after downhill. We have double yellow there. Uh, Meanwhile, Gaming Face is trying to do the overtake before the safety car is called. Behind him, Chactus, who already overtook Parkins, who has to pit. Will try something. They cleared they cleared the car, so it's all on. Shactus takes a look on the inside. It doesn't go. We have Parkins limping back. Uh, I think myself will be able to see him on the left. There he is. He's going nowhere, and I'm going back to the pits after all the mess I have made. I'm so sorry, Siberianti, that was not fair, but so is racing. So, our field has shrunk to these four drivers, three of them fighting for the lead. Sines has all the cars to win here, and Joji is trailing them by around 3 seconds and probably closing. So this will be a good showdown to the flag. We see that Gaming Fins is quite close to Cines. Seems like he will try something on the Senna S, but no, I think he's too far to try it. But from this lap on, we have the DRS, and there is the first detection point. Gaming Fist and Cactus will have DRS as well as 3-second penalties because track limits incurred earlier on this race. Another 3 seconds for Cactus because he made a Hamilton Verstappen. He went too wide on downhill, and is the racetrack a little damp? Seems like it. I'm not quite sure. Meanwhile, Yuji still trailing around 2.7 seconds. He's losing a little bit of ground. He has to up the pace if he wants to be fighting for a good position, because as it stands, he's currently on second position as he has no penalties. So Gaming Fins and Cactus are really on the back foot here. And Cactus is trying through the outside, Gaming Fins on the inside. We'll see what happens. There are 3 abreast on the first corner. And Gaming Fist takes the place. Cactus is trying. He has gone too wide. He will try to pick up the second position on track for Cines. Can he? Cines closes the door, but has compromised his exit. And Games Fist seems to have secured place. Anyway, still, Cines is in the virtual first place as he has no penalties. Gaming Fist is 3 seconds behind. And Joji has closed quite a lot. He has closed 6 tenths on this lap and goes too deep on Diego Tabato. This is the round down to Junkao, goes a little wide, prepares for the apex, touches it, goes wide, and prepares for the assault on the start-finish line, Subidatos boxes. And Cactus will try go for the second place. Can he? He has the inside. We'll see. They touch. No, they don't touch or clean racing. And Cines keeps the position. That's really good defending. Cines is keeping his head cold. He's not making mistakes. He goes. Cactus goes a little wide. Cines as well. They did a Verstappen Hamilton again. And incredibly, Cines keeps the position. Cactus will try to do something on this braking zone, and no, he's not able. But this has allowed to Gaming Fist to get ahead and for Joji to close the gap. Now he's all over Cactus. And Cactus will stay fourth as things stand because his penalty, he's the most penalized driver that's still riding. This will be interesting between Joji and Cines. Cines is out of the race, went straight after a squabble with Cactus, and I don't know what to say. This calls for a safety car, and we have all the positions frozen again. Gaming Fist loses his advantage he had built over the last few laps. The safety car is all over the track. They will have to do a full lap. This will allow me to go back in the queue, and I don't think that's good, but it is, and I will be lapped as well. So hopefully I don't interfere too much again on the race. We have a Gaming Fins, Chaptus, and Juji, the only three drivers actually on the championship for this race. I will do some numbers right now, and we'll see how this affect the standings on the championship. We'll see a little bit of the. They all have catch up the safety car. I will. It's interesting to see what they are you guys talking on the Discord. If anyone can give me a hand to get live standings, I didn't prepare it. So, as it stands, Siberianti will be uh, getting 6 points, extending his tally to 68. We have safety car in this lap, and we'll see what goes on between these three. Right now, Yuji, who was fourth, now has the chance to win as he doesn't have. They are all going to the pit lane. It got wet, so will I think they will pit Inters probably. We'll see. Yeah, it's Inters for everyone. And who wins this race on the pit lane? It's Game Fizz. All positions stay as they were, and we go racing. Out of I would love to see an overtake on the pit exit between all that narrow barriers. And Yuji has lost quite a lot of time of that pit exit. We'll see they are all going to be quite careful as there's not a dry line, but Shaktus probably has the the desire to attack for that first place, even though he will lose it because penalties. But we are racing for a reason. They all take it carefully. We don't want to see more crashes. Uh, and Shaptus keeps the pressure on. Blah, keeps the pressure on. I wonder how will the championship change after this crazy race. Uh, we have had so many retirements and so many incidents, mm, and I can say it has been fair with those affected, but and we have a penalty for gaming fees. He was with the upper hand. He had a 3 second advantage over Chactus as he didn't have two penalties. Now they are both equal and they are both losing to Yuji. Now the question, the interesting question is, will Yuji try and overtake them on track, or he will sit back and just wait because they are all penalized. He can stand 5 seconds behind the leader and still win. So, is it worth the risk, or do you want the glory? They're all. uh, I wonder if Cactus has a little moment there on the acceleration out of downhill. I these two are fighting for the second place in real terms, as they both have equal penalty seconds. So who's going to blunder first? Who's going to make the over? Well, I mean, Chatus must do the overtake, but will they respond? And will that affect Joji, who has had a really clean race? I haven't pinged him too much because he was on no man's land around the first 10 laps. I think he was running 15 seconds behind the guys in front, 25 seconds in front the guys behind. He was having quite a peaceful race. Not many mistakes. I mean, he has not been penalized, and now that's paying off for him. Shactus is quite close. He goes a little wide. Uh, this technical section is quite interesting in rain because it's so easy for you to have a back end snap like there where gaming fist is was and the grip is so low. I think they might be thinking of a switch to wets. Do we know how bad the rain will get? But every race in Sao Paulo, in Interlagos, with changing conditions, is either a complete there goes Cactus. Will try on the inside. Will keep it. He leaves the space. Gaming Piece as well leave the space. All clean racing, and Gaming Piece keeps the first position on during the Senaeses. After the Curva do Sol comes second assault of Cactus, will try to go on the inside of Gaming Fist, and they both go wide. No, keeps it on the race line. Probably Cactus might try to force Gaming Fist to have more penalties. That will be the if they can't overtake him on track. That will be a interesting strategy. However, there is another wild card, and that's me in front going slow because it's AA controlled. So that will make a little more trouble than I already did on the last safety car that with the incident that took Siberianti, the leader of the championship, out. We'll see if Cactus will try this on the first turn on the Sena S. He chose Scar, but thinks better of it. And they have already that train has already catch up with EAME, and I will let them pass hopefully without problems. One goes by, two go by. Joji can overtake me easily. Yeah, he can. So clear the danger. The position stands, and Cactus doesn't let go of the pressure. He's following every move of Gaming Fist. These guys have had a quite clean racing during the Gaming Fist takes a wider line. They have had a quite clean racing between both of them, so that's nice to see. Oh, quite a moment for Cactus there. He loses the back end. He will be threatened by Joji, but will he try to make this on track? I don't think so. I think he will keep himself looking, watching, knowing that he will win this Grand Prix, this round 8 of the Formula One Go PC League, running on Formula One 2021. And yeah, he keeps it for himself. He's cool headed. He must not make mistakes. You know, if the moment he gets a penalty, all that win is over. And Gaming Fist went a little wide there. He left a little bit of space for Cactus, but it was not enough. Now we will start the uh, third to last lap, full lap. Yuji still 1 second behind the leader. That's good enough. And Cactus goes to the inside, goes too deep. He can stop it on time. Gets a good line through SNS, but it's not enough. We will try on the braking down to downhill. No, he thinks better of it. Dico da Pato. Gaming Fish taking all the care he can. Yoji watching for a distance, waiting, being patient. Cactus is desperate to have that first place on track, even though he will still finish third because he has penalties. But, oh, that's a quite tricky exit for Joji out of Junkao. We'll see the penalties. Cactus and Gaming Fist are fighting on track for first place, but in the final results for second. And it seems that Gaming Fist has had the upper hand. He was secured of the second position as he had less penalties, but he made a mistake down on like that one and down on downhill, and oh, Cactus goes for a spin and is out. Oh, this is so terrible for Cactus. He was sure to get the the second position if he had made a good assault, but now every hope is over, and Cactus will be finishing this race on the third position. Well, that was an unexpected end for the suspense, for the drama. Now, hopefully, I have repeated quite many times that Joji has all the cards to win. Hopefully, I haven't jinxed it. That will be terrible. And Cactus, what he can do is try to make up a 8 second gap. No, he can't. He has penalties as well, so that will be the race. I think we'll see this final lap how Jody completes it with gaming fees on his sides, but knowing in his heart that he's the winner. He will be the winner of the Formula One PC League on round 6 in Brazil, el Autódromo Internacional de Interlagos. a quite cautious line through there, not pushing too much the throttle, being patient, takes a wide line through the that big turn before Junsao, and in Subia dos boxes we will see Gaming Fist take the flag, but it has been a clean race, a easy race, and Joji has won the Brazilian Grand Prix. Second is for Gaming Fist, and Shactus will end the race after that, having a chance for the second place, but losing it after that spin. We'll have to conform with the third place and get the bronze. Driver of the day, Joji. Clearly, he has had he hasn't put a foot wrong, a wheel wrong, and he quite deserves this win. Congratulations to him and to all the racers that were together on this sixth round of Formula WoW PC League. And we'll see you all next Friday. We will have the Austrian Grand Prix in the Red Bull Ring. Thank you all and goodbye.